Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha God. Today's gonna be a very short video. I gotta get ready to go somewhere, but I wanted to talk about SIU and Tower of God and why I do not think it's a good idea for the other to come back straight away. I think even though allegedly he's feeling much better, I think he should take a bit more time, make sure that she heals extra. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the condition of these manga artists and webtoon artists that they don't really, you know what I'm saying? It seems like they're living their dream jobs, but at the same time, they literally are killing themselves for us, for our sake, and for the sake of continuing the story. I think they should take a book out of J. R. Martin, the guy who wrote Game of Thrones. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Him, and just take years out at a time if they need to. It may be frustrating, but it's much better than the alternative. We saw what happened to the writer for Berserk, man, goaded, R.I.P. Like, so we really don't want that type of shit, and it's not like it happens pretty frequently. Like a lot of them are sick. Like the guy who writes Desert Punk is ill like half the time. Like whenever he comes back, he goes straight to continue the story, and he's sick again, and he's like half dying and shit. It's crazy. So we need to just have that extra bit of patience, that extra bit of care, that extra bit of love, and just make sure that our writers, our creators take the break they deserve, because a lot of them are just not doing that. A lot of them are overworking themselves, over pressuring themselves, and putting themselves in situations that's just not healthy. So I just want you guys to think about that. As excited as you may be for Tower God to be coming back very soon, I'm very excited. I love Tower God. I want that shit to be back, but at the same time, I'd rather SIU's help to stay safe. You know what I'm saying? For him to be good. Like his name is literally Slave. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful sometimes. I'm still very excited for the story. I think it's gonna be phenomenal. I think it's gonna go to new heights. I don't think we're gonna get as weak of an arc as we got. I think the last arc, like I've been talking about for a long time now, that it was a really weak arc. I don't think we're gonna be getting stuff like that. I think he also wasn't really happy with the ending of season 2 because again, it wasn't how he imagined it. It wasn't how he pictured it. So I think maybe how he should write it is in increments of 6 months. Do 6 months, take 6 months off. Do 6 months, take 6 months off. Do 6 months, take 6 months off. That might be the best way. Or 3 months, month off. 3 months, month off. I don't know, whatever. But maybe I think a lot of these writers need breaks in between. Way more breaks than they give themselves. A lot of them, they'll be like up to 6 a.m. that night, finishing it up, touching it up to launch it the next week. Maybe you should just take the rest of the year off and do whatever many chapters he can in a healthy manner. And then when he comes back, like 2022, that way he'll be so ahead that even if that week he ain't feeling great, he can relax and let his wrist chill and let his body, feel better, and then come back to it. So I think there's a lot of alternatives. But obviously there's also pressure, financial pressure. Probably works a bunch of people that aren't getting paid as much or whatever because of it. These situations are always way more complicated than we see it as. But simultaneously, man, health is wealth, bro. We need all of our writers' health to be great, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look at the unordinary writer, sometimes she says she can't sleep. Sometimes she up all night trying to perfect this shit. Like, and even though, look, I'm gonna criticize this and it may seem ungrateful. That's we kinda gotta criticize it. But at the same time, we gotta be grateful that these people put in this work for us. You know what I'm saying? Musicians, all of these artists, man, they put their lives and soul into this shit, bro. Sometimes I have to mentally traumatize myself in order to write a good ass song. So like, I understand, like, it takes a lot to create. It takes a lot to create well. It takes a lot to give people, you know what I'm saying, something meaningful, something they can grasp to, something they can hold on to. So, you know what I'm saying, just be safe out here. I'm out. Yo.